Good evening, beautiful people. Welcome. Hi, Cancer. This is your reading. We're looking into your life, specifically on the blue moon next week. Sorry, for the full moon in Pisces, if I can say it, which is also a blue moon. And although I was looking maybe to do a video on September, I thought we couldn't overlook this particular full moon because it is rare for it to be a blue moon. Cards then flip. Let's just dive in. Let's just do this for you. The idea is to look at what's happening on that day. The Ten of Cups. That's so amazing. So you're having a radiant day. You're having one of the best days of the week. Even if it's hump day, it'll be Wednesday, right? The full moon. So that hump day is not going to feel like a hump day. It'll feel like a Sunday. A sunny day. So let's see what else is going on. How come you feel this way? How come everything is so harmonious? The Knight of Cups is in the reverse, but why? The Strength is there. So, you know, I think you have maybe someone on your mind. You're definitely thinking of somebody for whom you have a lot of love. And I think you're very, very shy because you're holding back about making any advances or making your feelings known, expressing them, actually, you know, moving forward with like maybe the next steps in this connection. Wherever you are on that line of how much you know this person and, you know, how far along are you with dating them or, you know, really being with them. But definitely you're exercising a lot of self-restraint. I think you're being subtle. You're being, I want to say regal in the, like in a noble sense. You don't want to be out of place. You don't want to be pushy. So actually you're extremely respectful, and that can be seen in the way that you interact. I think you're going to keep it sort of like you're going to give a lot of love to this person, but in a more generic way, quote unquote, and maybe love to all people all around them as well. So it'll feel kind of equal. And so the person won't really feel like any sort of pressure because you're really holding back the specific feelings and the strong feelings I think you have for this person. So let's keep pulling. The Two of Swords in the reverse. You're making sort of a decision, or at least you don't want to be in an energy of, you know, not deciding. And it's this, for me, this is status quo when it's upright. So maybe it has to do with this person. Maybe there's, obviously, by holding off, it could feel like a status quo situation where nobody budges, nobody says anything, nobody does anything. And so it's a little bit like it's being on neutral. So what else is going on? Why is this? You're trying to avoid a catastrophe. What could this catastrophe be in your eyes? The Star in the reverse. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of, again, I think you're afraid of coming on too strongly, and you don't want to disrupt this person. You don't want to like make them feel like you're shaking things up too quickly or too strongly. You know what I mean? Like, and you're less than optimistic about the results if you were to come on too strongly and be sort of coming in with your big boots, you know, and trampling around, and because this would, like, trampling around would feel like you're stepping all over the person's boundaries, the person's you know, comfort and their well-being maybe. So you're very careful of that. It's actually really beautiful that you're so attentive and caring in this way. Let's keep pulling. Let's see what else. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't feel obviously the energy exchange because you're holding off. There's the Ace of Swords in the reverse. You're not conversating. You're not talking to them. I don't feel that you're lying, but I think that you're maybe lying to yourself about sorry to call you out, but I think you're lying to yourself about the strength of your feelings and what you ought to do. Where I think you're right is about holding off and being disruptive or invasive. So that's, I think, is really the right way to go. Don't get me wrong. But I think you're lying to yourself about, maybe there's a possibility here about a possible reciprocity with the other person. You might be totally in the dark about what this person feels for you. Maybe that's why you're so hesitant and you don't believe that it's possible. Maybe you haven't had any signs coming from them, you know. But how could you if you haven't also let your feelings show, and they might not know either. So both of you might be like on, even if the card is in reverse here, maybe there's truly that status quo energy I was describing about, I'm not doing anything, let's wait, and then you're doing the same. So let's keep, I'm going to pull one more card. I'm not going to pull too many. Four of Cups in the reverse. If you don't speak, you might miss an opportunity. You might regret this eventually. Depending on how much you really care and feel that this person is for you, or depending on your interest, right? On the strength of your attraction for them. You're also afraid that it's not going to be reciprocal. I mean, you're totally in your head about it. I think you overthink the fact that they might ignore you, and maybe if you're not getting attention from them, basically you're presuming here that it's not shared, that it's not going to be eventually returned to you. The feelings won't be returned. The interest. Okay, one last card for real. Two came out. Okay. The Emperor in the reverse with the Lovers in the reverse. So, you know, it's a little bit, it's more of this energy, right? This new energy that just came out is sort of similar to this one, the first one. So unfortunately, there's a possibility that you guys are not meant for one another. Even if I think the overall energy was showing me that there's actually more than a possibility that you are actually on the same frequency, vibration, and just really well matching, like suited for one another. I think this could be the other person's energy, and they're just as negative as you. They might deem you to be controlling, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'll be disrupting this person. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe you have a demeanor that is extremely, without even wanting to, that is just like so like so big, so imposing, that maybe it creates this effect on the other person. So they would be really, really shy in engaging with you in love. I think they might have some concerns. So take it as it resonates. I'm not too sure where this, I mean, you guys are, there's different people out there, so it won't be the same message for everybody. But it could be that you're not assorted for one another. It could be that you just have these really, really big energies, both of you, and are sort of giving off the wrong impression to one another. But I think what's really wise is to hold off letting your feelings show too much or too strongly. Maybe wait for a better moment, if ever it does present itself. Because at the moment, I think there's an energy of you needing to know more about the person, getting more acquainted. So maybe you need to stay within a setting of a larger group. Like, I don't always see this as only family. It could be soul family or any kind of community, right? So it's possible that the easiest way to engage with this person at the moment is to make it more, to have it within the settings of there's other people around, and you can make them feel comfortable and make them feel sort of neutral. I mean, not that not that you want to make them feel neutral, but make them feel like the interaction is just natural and not just focused on them, you know, and with an agenda in mind. So I hope this is clear. I hope this made sense, Cancer. Let me know, please. I'd love to engage with you. It's always nice to know what you have in mind and what you have to say. So thank you again for being here. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. I will see you soon. Take good care.